He told me I was the only one. He said he'd never hurt me, not after everything I'd been through. But when I found a bracelet under his car seat, a bracelet I'd never seen before, I realized those promises were as fragile as glass. This is the story of how I discovered the truth, and how love turned into a lie. His name was Ryan. We met 2 years ago at a charity event. He was charming, funny, the kind of guy who made everyone in the room feel seen. He brought me flowers on random days. He texted good morning and good night every single day. He even remembered my mom's birthday. After my last relationship ended in betrayal, Ryan felt like a fresh start. He made me believe in love again. We talked about the future. Kids, marriage, buying a small house with a backyard where we'd grow old together. But fairy tales have endings too. And mine began to crack the night he came home smelling like someone else's perfume. It started small. He said work was getting busy. Late meetings. Deadlines. At first I believed him. But then the late nights turned into overnights. He'd say, "I'm crashing at the office. Too tired to drive." But the thing is, Ryan's office was only 15 minutes away. Then came the canceled dates. The excuses. The distant hugs. One night he came home around 3 a.m. His shirt was untucked, his eyes tired. I asked softly, "Long day?" He just nodded, avoiding eye contact, and went straight to the shower. When I hugged him later that night, I could still smell the faint scent of another woman's perfume. That was when my gut started screaming, but my heart still refused to listen. It happened on a Sunday morning. He asked me to grab his jacket from his car while he made breakfast. When I opened the car door, I noticed something glimmering between the seats. It was a silver bracelet, delicate, engraved with a small heart charm. Not mine. Not anything I'd ever seen before. My hands started shaking as I picked it up. When I went back inside, Ryan was smiling like nothing was wrong. I placed the bracelet on the table and asked quietly, "Whose is this?" For a moment his entire expression changed. Then just as quickly he laughed. "Oh, it's my coworker's. She must have dropped it when I gave her a ride home." But something in his tone, the hesitation, the forced chuckle, told me that was a lie. I couldn't shake the feeling. 4 days I replayed every word, every moment. Finally I decided to test him. That Friday night he said he was going out for team drinks. So I told him, "Okay, have fun. Text me when you get there." He said he would. But 3 hours later, silence. No texts. No calls. I opened his location on my phone, something we both shared for safety. He was nowhere near his office. He was across town, at a hotel. My chest tightened. I grabbed my keys and drove there, rain pouring the whole way. When I got to the hotel parking lot, I spotted his car instantly. And next to it, a woman stepping out of the passenger seat, wearing the bracelet. My world stopped. I waited until morning. When he came home, I was sitting at the kitchen table, the bracelet lying right in front of me. He froze. His face went pale. "You were at the hotel?" I asked. He didn't answer, just sighed and sat down across from me. "I didn't mean for it to go this far," he said. "It just happened." Those words. Every cheater's favorite excuse. He tried to justify it. Said he was confused, that he still loved me, that he didn't want to lose me. But all I heard was the sound of a promise shattering. I took off the necklace he'd given me and placed it beside the bracelet. "You already did." Then I walked out. The first few weeks were torture. I kept replaying everything. The lies, the smiles, the fake late nights. I wanted to hate him. But I also hated myself for not seeing it sooner. Then one day I got a message from an unknown number. It was her. "I didn't know about you. I'm sorry." Attached was a photo of Ryan with his arm around her, laughing at a restaurant. The same night he told me he was working late. Something in me snapped, not in anger but in clarity. It wasn't my fault. It was his choice. I deleted the photo, blocked both of them, and promised myself one thing. Never again would I ignore my instincts for love. Months later I moved to a new city. New job, new friends, new life. Some nights I still think about him. Not because I miss him, but because I've learned from him. He taught me that love without honesty is just a slow heartbreak waiting to happen. That loyalty isn't proved by words, but by actions. One morning, I found that same kind of bracelet at a store. I bought it, not as a reminder of pain but of strength. Because now when I look at it, I don't see betrayal. I see a woman who survived it. Sometimes it's not the lies that break you. It's realizing the person who made the promises never meant them. If you've ever been lied to, cheated on, or betrayed, remember this. You don't need closure from the person who hurt you. You only need peace with yourself. What would you do if you found a stranger's bracelet in your partner's car? Tell your story in the comments. Subscribe for more real emotional stories of love, betrayal, and healing.